Locate CIA agents Blaustein and Madison. Agent Allison and Madison worked covertly in the Georgia political arena for 2 years, securing a role under President Nicolad's cabinet after his coup d'etat. She vanished on October 3rd. October 7th, Special Agent Robert Blaustein was sent in to find her. He vanished on October 11th.
Bishop, the sun's down. Time to go to work. Finding Agent Blaustein's our first priority. You're to locate him through a local NSA contact.
I'm on my way.
And stay off the streets. There's a heavy cop presence in this town. You don't have Washington's backing if this turns into an incident. Details on your offset.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and this is the second mission in Splinter Cell 1. This is, again, the Xbox One X enhanced version in 4K. Let me know if the sides look a little bit better. Hopefully they're not as bad.
Don't tell me. Jurgenidze is inside there.
Sam, Grim's daughter here. I say jump. Don't ask how long, just wait. You should get through this fine. There's a room directly across the hall. Go there now. Sorry about that. Get back into the hall and go to the stairwell at the far end. Make it fast. You've only got a few seconds.
As you can see, it's not too difficult to get through here. You just got to kind of get used to the controls a little bit.
Jesus, but that was close. Take a left just ahead and cut through the room. You'll find a stairwell on the opposite corner. Take it to the top floor.
Once we get upstairs, we're going to need to interrogate a guy up there. He's going to tell us exactly what's been going on in the area.
The contact is in this room. Let's hope to God he's still alive.
Jurgenidze.
Yeah,
I'm NSA. I'm gonna get you out of here.
don't bother. I'm as good as dead. You're looking for Blaustein and Madison.
Yeah.
Madison was deep into Nicolad's cabinet. She was onto something big. Blaustein must have figured it out.
How do I find him?
Blaustein's black box, tracking the relay for his subdermals. It's stashed in his safe house just east of Moravi Square.
Lambert, do we have resources to evac this guy?
I said don't bother. Whatever Madison found, it's big. She kept saying proof would mean war. I think Nicolad's wanted...
Jurgenidze checked out.
Leave the corpse for the fire. He has to explain to his family.
You've got a safe exit on the west side of the room. Take it.
Make sure you shoot out this glass panel. It's going to clear the smoke, which will actually prevent you from taking damage as long as you shoot out the glass panel. And then we're going to move on to the next section, where it can get a little bit more tougher as we now have enemies that we need to bypass, civilians as well, and they can actually see you very easily, so it can be kind of tricky.
That was pretty tight. Still breathing?
Doing my best.
Good. Blaustein's black box is your next objective. If he's running standard agency tradecraft, you'll find the box behind a fake bookshelf or wall panel.
Again, I want to thank all the patrons out there that make it possible for me to be able to make these videos. So if you haven't already, please become a Patreon, as it completely helps us to be able to continue to do what we love to do. And since we have new Patreon goals on there, so you can check that out in the description below. You can just bypass this guy. We're going to wait here by the window. Even though you do not see him, there is a guy heading this way right now. It just took too long to head over the rail before we were actually able to see him. So time it right and open the window, as well as go through the door as soon as he is coming through. Controls can make it a little bit weird when you're going through a window like that. Sometimes you can just jump and then make noise. So checkpoints are very, very generous in this game, so you will not have to worry too much about restarting checkpoints and whatnot. But this is the old linear system of video games, so you're going to get checkpoints like every 5 minutes. Make sure you look at the code.
Dang!
What's the news?
Blaustein's heart stopped beating 43 hours ago.
Any reason the CIA wouldn't know about this?
Nope.
Nice of them to share.
The subdermal went offline 6 hours after he died. The last active position was in a police station a few blocks away. Check your OPSAT.
During this time, if you missed any jump, if you just jumped randomly, if something didn't work, if you did not land right there softly, then you will have alerted the guards. And we want to go with no alerts unless we actually use a distraction method to get by them. At least that is the goal for this walkthrough. The only time you're ever going to hear any weird noises is because I have distracted someone in order to be able to get by them without having to take them out, which you're going to see up ahead. Most playthroughs you're probably going to watch on this game, they're not going to do that.
I'm rescinding my street-level restriction. We've been monitoring the Tbilisi police radio. These cops are as crooked as a Virginia fence. They're not going to want any more international attention than we do. Every road is open to you. Do what you gotta do to find those missing spooks.
Lockpick system, pretty simple to use. What I used to do is actually something you don't have to do. All you have to do is just place your thumb pad in the correct position. You do not have to wiggle back and forth. I've always wiggled back and forth for years, and then I realized that you actually don't have to do that. This section can be the toughest. There are a lot of civilians in windows that you have to watch out for. Now, just because they see you doesn't mean they're alarmed or doesn't mean that you've been spotted or they're anything like that. We just want to be as professional as possible. So get down about halfway. If you're too high on the stairs, he will actually jump up, grab the ledge, and then head over it, which will obviously get you caught. So make sure there's enough room for you to jump and you to grab it instead of actually jumping over it. There's a guy right above you right here in the window, so you still want to move slowly and you want to stay in the darkness. Here, once this guy turns around, you can move forward. There's a guy in the window up ahead, so stick to the left side and go up against the wall. He will not see you if you're up against the wall. A lot of people here might actually just go ahead and take the guy out on the stairs, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go hide in this corner over here on the right side while this other guy is still in the window. He's looking back and forth, so timing can be very, very crucial. And that's going to be the same thing up ahead in just a little bit. It's very tough to get by this one guy in the window.
But we're dealing with a warehouse fire, so expect delay.
So once he moves past you, what you're going to want to do is start to move forward, but you're going to want to wait. As long as you do not see the guy in this window, he will not see you from the other window, okay? You're good to go, which means he's walking back and forth at that time. There's also another guy in the windows that you see right there. So be careful. Timing might be a little different, but mostly it's always the same because when you enter an area, that's when the enemies actually spawn in. It's an old game. It's not like it is now where enemies are already pre-spawned. Here, you want to wait because this guy is going to be there. And there's also a guy that just came through the gate that opened it up. Once he turns, you're free to move. You can move as fast as you want, just while crouched, but make sure you stay to the right side as there is a guy directly above us, and there's a guy behind us. You can't see them because I'm all nice and stealth-like. Make sure you pick up this distractible item right here unless you want to use your weapons, but I will try to limit the amount of weapons that I use for distractions as I would rather use something that's in the environment. We're going to head to the right to sneak this guy. There's also a guy inside the window as well, so you want to be careful. Make sure you don't see them or make sure that his back and the window is turned. You can go ahead and move up, get in this dark spot here, and then we're going to set a distraction point. Now, most time, you're going to usually take this guy out because he goes into a position where he just stands there and you cannot get past him without jumping on top of him or knocking him out this way. So we try to make it a little bit more challenging. There is the music for a distraction. It doesn't mean we're caught or anything. It just means that a guard is investigating a noise. This guy can be the most bothersome to worry about. So the only way you're going to be able to get by him without him being alarmed or spooked is you do it on his way back to the window that he's currently at. So you're going to watch him do like a little head bop here. Then you're going to see him start moving right. You do not want to go. If you go, he will see you because he looks directly into the window on the right side. So you want to wait about 5 seconds and then go. If you do so, he will be moving back to the other window and then you can get by without him making the noise of him seeing something, which will alert guards to your area, but it doesn't, and it also means that a civilian saw someone, which I'm not sure if it's actually an alarm or not, but we want to, not have that happen. So, well, that's the hardest section to me in this level. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll move on to the next one. Code is already actually inside our OPSAT, so make sure you read it. Go to your notes. Here, you're also going to make sure you grab a distractible item because there's one guard that stands directly in front of you where the mission objective is, and he will not move unless you distract him. So most people are going to take him out. I'm not going to do that. We're going to find a way around him, and that one took not really a lot of time, but he can do different things, and you'll see that as you come up. Here, just get up against the wall, and then we're going to move right alongside here. We're not going to be getting all of the data sticks and anything like that because I've done that before. We don't need to do that again. We just want to make this as challenging as we can. There's actually a guard in the room to the left, so don't make any noise, don't be seen, or that guard will come out of that room. It's a closet. I don't know why a guard is just waiting in the closet. This guy is actually a civilian. He's not a guard itself, but he's in here like kind of working. So we want to go ahead, get in the back here, and identify the bodies. In order to do this, there's a camera. This camera cannot be shot. So wait till the camera is all the way on the left side, and then we're going to move to the right, and then we're going to get to an angle where he can't see us. Get as close as you can to the bodies first because it's kind of tough timing-wise. Wait till, again, it is on the right side, move towards the bodies, and then we're going to head away.
I've got Agents Blaustein and Madison.
Rest in peace. Somebody cut out their subdermals.
Where do we go from here?
We follow the subdermals if we can.
There's a security camera here.
Good thinking. We'll track the subdermals from the video archives. The station's surveillance room is on the top floor.
This guy is going to be kind of doing a back and forth. He goes on the left, he sits in the middle, and then he goes to the right, and he goes to the middle, to the left, and he repeats that process. There is a can that we can grab. This was the closest can that I found. In order to use a distraction, I did not find any other distractible items moving forward, so this is the one that you actually want to grab. It might be the only one in this level, I'm not sure. But once you see that it's clear, grab it, move slowly. Obviously, if you move any fast at all, they will hear you and you will be caught. AI is actually pretty good in this game, and I was very impressed. Even though I maybe not make it look like they're good, I assure you the slightest movement, you will be caught. This section is pretty simple. We're going to move in, head all the way to the right side, and we're going to go around the back and into the left. There's a guy that kind of moves up forward. He's a civilian. You don't want to worry about him too much, but stay in the black areas. I'm trying not to use my night vision as much as I can because I want to show off how beautiful the game is instead of having this night vision look of the game. So hopefully you guys can still see and everything looks clear. Once you head up the stairs, this section can be a little difficult. We're going to move all the way along to the back right. There's actually a guy being detained in the back door there. You will need a lockpick to break it if you wanted to, but there's no reason for the mission at hand. This is the reason we got the distractible item. Normally you'd take this guy out and you would use the computer. So this guy does different things. All right? Every single time he's going to go for the can. He'll turn around, but then he'll move forward. Once he moves forward and out of the way, that is when you want to grab the computer. When you grab the computer, he'll do two different things. Either he'll head out of the room completely and you need to follow him and get to a safe spot, or do what I do here.
Great work, Fisher. We're scanning the videotapes now.
There, that's our guy. We got him red-handed.
Can you run his face through Echelon?
Already on it. Hey, check it out. A license plate. 84KP214.
Fantastic. Fisher, we got what we need. Rendezvous with Wilkes, your work here is done. We'll get back to you once we've sifted this intel.
I'll let somebody else.
As I said, sometimes he'll actually move forward into the main room, but this time he decided not to. I don't know what triggers it, but it is different. So just be prepared for either situation. Get back in here, and we're going to start to exit the level. But wait. A true Splinter cell leaves no stone unturned. Always pick up your objects. Don't leave any traces. We are a Splinter cell. Move your way slowly through this next section. Pretty easy. We're going to head out the door that we actually passed downstairs. And that is going to be it. Obviously for mission number 2, or considered the first mission, depending on how you look, the training mission or not. Fairly simple mission. The missions from here on are going to get a little bit tougher. But this was the first time I've done it without taking anyone out, whereas before I actually took out the guy when I jumped on top of him. Because I thought you had to. But no, you don't. You can figure it out. You can do it stealthy. You can do a no KO run of this level. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for watching. Thanks to the patrons out there that make it possible. Follow me on Facebook as well. I live stream there every single day. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time. Peace out.